Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks, bro.
Oh, that was up in New Jersey. No wonder why. They did get hit by a northeaster. That's why.
Yeah. Looking behind like 27.
Coach said, why don't you bench shot? Oh, my God. It was fun. Yeah. But whose phone is what? Say whose phone is what? Whose phone?
Yeah, yeah, no, I did
That would be
once.
very interesting. You've been invited with that for a while. Thank you for your work.
Hoping I got really
Should be pretty easy.
Yeah,
I mean, I saw the live stream on Twitter, so it's
that part though, it needs recording.
Yeah, that's what they got him. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I misread it. Hey, they got him with him. Even that season.
Seems like it is. Most of them in the second half, I think.
Well,
They didn't have many in halftime, I bet you.
He said he retired.
I bet you just about everyone.
Yeah, he walked out. They only have one of the press conferences up there. They get a stop.
Then he just goes like,
James could have a big go back.
But it was a good, he had 4 hours. I knew that it was like great.
so that would have been another reason. And then you did a bid last year.
2 years ago?
It wasn't years, so I'm not sure. Exactly.
Seems like the ones that are on this
Oh, what an idiot! They have players talking with them.
Yeah.
Tell you what, wait,
I know.
I don't know. What they do is
I have
consider
a
talking.
question for Jay. I'm curious about.
He doesn't have a feel for when you're one. She would hope it's kind of like that.
right.
I'll just go.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good way to put it. 'Cause on that one possession, it takes four.
It was like 5 points.
They cut it to, they cut it to 47 to 53, 47.
No.
They cut
Reporter,
it
it was like a good
47,
question.
had a good
The
defensive
reporter was
stop,
like,
and then Wilson comes
something
out
with the Draymond
for three.
Kevin Durant thing, and he
And
said,
that's when,
don't ask me
that's
that
when that
again.
kid
And then turn.
got a layoff.
It was a good
got
question.
Off-balance layup, with 1 second control on the shot
Huh?
clock.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you could say,
And that was,
Good.
Yeah.
your
It's true,
reporter just
yeah.
keep on asking.
and that
But,
was.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's your job, but at least you didn't just like stare
Yeah,
at
then
him
they
like.
started making
I mean,
fun
that's
of
the
it.
equivalent
Right.
of staring.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean,
Six
it's
words.
words.
Fours, largest lead I got.
And the way he said it, he was kind of pissed. So it's like, ah, you know.
BS and
I can't even read this. Biggest lead, it's got
Blocks
16.
attempted.
Yeah, it's hard to. I couldn't find the first and second half scoring forever.
Ball saved.
Very over here.
His biggest lead was 16, but once it was back
I'll
over.
tell you.
It's legit.
Yeah.
Basically, do something. I might think.
It was
There's gonna
5-17.
be a highlight.
Yeah, it was 60.
4 blocks.
They had 67-51 after the E3.
Did you do
Yeah,
that?
60.
That would be 16.
Yeah,
I know he had probably one.
I'm not doing anything for you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Who was
I'm
on?
just hitting.
Was anybody on video?
I don't know. Did he assist?
I'm just doing it.
I mean, like, it's like that's like splitting a sack in football, like, that makes sense. You think we'll touch the ball? And then what would be yes?
Block shot.
I don't know, it says blocks, like. I feel like that's JK minus 13.
But for, to some degree, if you're on the court with them,
Was it like official reason why I see that, or it's just like that's the word?
He could probably put this season. Boy, Phil, fucking ball.
Is Donut started out there?
He will, but he can't be there because he'll be back, I think, in late December, I believe, from then.
he's gonna start.
So
you just said? Really? Really?
Himself?
Yeah.
They don't have that much size.
All right, we have head coach Rob Satterhoff with Jalen Avery and Philip Whittington. I'm going to open it up for a statement with head coach, and then after we'll open up questions for players.
Well, disappointed, obviously, that we lost the game. Liberty's a good team, with a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of returning guys. Give them credit; they deserve credit. But hopefully, our team can learn from this because ultimately we have to beat teams like that to be a good team, and we have to do the things that it takes to beat those type of teams. Tonight, we just didn't do that for 40 minutes. We had some good spurts for sure, and guys did play well and played hard at times, but just not together enough or with enough purpose to get a win against a really good team. And as we all know here, and our team knows, our league has a lot of good teams in it, so we have to learn from this and get better.
Questions for players?
Question for Jalen. You played 39 minutes tonight, almost the entire game. Do you get tired? And if so, if not, how have you gotten in such good shape where you can play those 10 minutes?
I just worked hard in the off season, and just as a senior, I just have to be, just things like that. I just have to be able to do. Simple as that. Being the leader on this team, I got to push through fatigue, and I can't get tired on my team because I'm the point guard. So I just have to be ready.
For both of you guys, just talk about, what Coach just kind of alluded to, just being able to, several times you had really good defensive stops, couldn't get the rebound that you really needed to finish off the possession. They get a weak side tip in or something. Things like that over the course of the game become telling. But again, early growing pains, or is this something that you guys been?
Me personally, I think our sense of urgency that we played with in the last, I'm gonna say, 3-4 minutes, last 4 minutes. I just feel like if we play with that sense of urgency throughout the whole game, then we'll get those 50-50 balls, we'll get those rebounds. So it's all about our mentality. We just have to come with the right mentality throughout the whole game, and we'll be all right.
I say the exact same thing as J.A. We didn't come out ready to play. I feel like Coach said this is a challenge. It's going to be a really good team. I think we kind of took that for granted after the last 2 games. We felt like we was better than what we were, I think, and we got to go out there and just play better on Sunday.
So obviously you sat out last year. You sort of, this year, your first 3 games back. How do you feel like you're kind of getting back into the groove?
I think I've done okay so far. Coach has given me a challenge every game, and specifically today, playing against an all-conference big. He's been talking about him all past 2 days, and he told me this is a challenge, and I try to come prepared and ready to help my team at all times.
Obviously, it's early in the season, but the first team you played, it was really kind of a gritty, veteran, defensive type team. It's the first time you guys put them together. You kind of talk about that.
Yeah, we just feel like it's a good learning experience for us. We have to be able to leave it in the rear view, and but we also have to be able to remember games like this, because these are the type of games we're gonna have to be able to win come conference play. So it was a good test for us, early in the season. So we just have to bounce back, just continue to move forward.
How do you get the new guys to kind of understand the little things? You had a great run there. Looked like you were closing it, and then you get a bust out 3 that doesn't go down. You sit there and kind of, maybe not. I don't know if that's. I hadn't seen you practice this year. One of the few times I haven't seen you really practice this year. So I don't know if that's in the rhythm of what you guys want to do, or right guy, wrong situation. Is that just all part of what this learning experience is about?
Yeah. Coach draws out the game plan every game. We just have to stick to our principles. We know what our principles are. The younger guys, the new guys, we all know what our principles are. We just have to stick to it, stick to the game plan, just play hard throughout the whole game.
Phil, you had 14 points tonight, your highest total since being here at Kent State. Do you feel you're getting more comfortable in the offense?
Yes, a little bit. We play a 4 out, 1 in when I'm in, starting out 4 guards, and they just kind of played through me today, and today was just my day. But, probably be someone else's day next game. I just try to come and pretty much I try to focus on rebounding. I think that we're kind of a small team, so I try to pride myself on that first and then worry about the scoring later.
Phil, how do you feel about your play down the stretch, the hustle plays and just the blocks down the stretch?
That's something that our team needs. And I think we need somebody who can do that, and I try to be that guy for our team, and kind of show a role model to the younger guys and the other new guys. I've already been here a year, but I didn't play, but I saw the people before and they hustle, so I try to do the same.
Any more questions for players? All right, thanks guys, you're good.
All right, fellas.
In a lot of ways, typical early season, got to get through this. The only difference is your margin for error just isn't as great as.
Yeah,
it is.
I think that's a fair statement. Yeah, I sort of agree with you. And obviously we're missing some players. That's not an excuse. Like, we have enough good players to win this game, right? And had we played the way we did in the second half the whole game, maybe we win, maybe we don't, I don't know, but I would feel comfortable with the team that we have right now playing that we would win the game if we played that way. I mean, we had 0 assists at halftime, right? I mean, that's almost unheard of. So the second half we have 8 assists. Well, they didn't change how they guarded us, right? They guarded us the exact same way. We changed how we played. Why? That's what we got to figure out here between today and Sunday, because that's the difference, right? Like, defensively, obviously we weren't very good, but that to me wasn't the difference of the game. We had 23 points at halftime and 0 assists and 2 offensive rebounds. Second half we have 8 offensive rebounds, 8 assists, score 47 points. If we play that way the whole game, I'm not going to sit here and say we win. We see they're a good team. But they didn't make any adjustment like that at halftime. And I'm not going to say we made an adjustment. We just changed how we played. We played the way we're supposed to play. So I agree with you. The margin for error is slim. But with that being said, we have enough good players that we have to turn into a team that plays like Liberty does on the road, because they're good. I mean, I think they're really good. And experienced and poised and mature, and sort of guys know who they are and do what they do, don't get out of character. We did that in the first half. That's why we scored 23 points.
Coach, you kind of talked about my question. And played a good defensive team, had no assists at half. What was your message to the team in the locker room?
Well, and Jalen Avery, look, he's played great, right? I mean, he played 39 minutes. He had 23 points, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. He played very, very well. But at halftime, he had 0 assists. And I think he had shot 2 balls that went over the basket, because the whole team's converging on the ball, right? So we can't play that way. Not just him. Everybody can't play that way. And he's playing phenomenal. I mean, he's playing phenomenal. But we all have to make simple plays and make an extra pass, and then the second half he has 3 assists. So obviously there's a difference in how he played, and in doing that, he scored more, and we scored more. So that's a team thing, that's not a him thing, but that's just an example, because of all the guys in the locker room, he's the one that gets it the best, and that's not to say the other guys don't, but he does. He gets it the best, that when I move the ball, we score. Not just I, but when we all move the ball, we all score. We get better shots. We shoot a better percentage. We put them in rotation, we can get to the offensive glass. When we go one-on-one, the shot selection is poor. We're not going to make a ton of plays. It's going to be hard to get fouled. It's going to be hard to make shots. And in turn, it becomes harder to defend, because at some point you get frustrated when the ball never goes in the basket. So they're a good team, and they played. I don't. You'd have to ask their coach, but I thought they played well, and I thought at times we played well, but not to the level that we need to be able to win these games, home, road, wherever they may be. We got to learn from it and get better.
Again, first time you played a team like this.
Yeah.
Does it kind of?
Yeah, I hope it helps, man. You know, the answer to that you'll see the next time we play a team like this, right? Like, that's when you'll find out. And Sunday we'll find out. And I don't know enough about Alcorn State, but I watched one game, and they're trailing Tulsa by 1 point with 8 minutes to go in the game. So I know this. Alcorn State's not coming here saying, okay, you wear Kent State on your jersey, so we're going to roll over. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way anywhere, right? But it doesn't work that way. So we'll have a better feel on Sunday and how we respond in terms of how we play, in terms of how we move the basketball, how many assists we have. how many extra passes we have, how many assist opportunities do we have, all of those things. And then defensively, we have to clean some stuff up, and we'll work on that as well. But to me, it was more how we played rather than your offense or defense in particular.
You managed to patch it together, though, for most of the first
Mhm.
half. I forget what
Yeah.
it was, but then I think they closed 11-2.
Yeah, the last 4 minutes of the first half really hurt us. We took the lead, and we had a bad stretch there to end the first half. Phil had gotten in foul trouble, and we were trying to piece it together. And we had some guys that, again, I'm expecting guys to play at a higher level and more urgency than we're playing at currently. Some guys, not everyone, but some guys. And we have to clean that up. We got to get better with that. Because that stretch really hurt us. Going down 8 at halftime really, really hurt us. Because we had taken the lead in the first half, I think, with about 5 minutes to go. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think we were up 3, but I could be wrong. But I know we had taken the lead in the first half, and then we had closed the halves very well so far, all of them, including in the scrimmages. We had closed them all really well, and we did not close this half well at all.
You look at the ones, some of the turnovers are pretty. Points
We were up
are-
1. You're right, I'm
points from
sorry.
Turnovers are even, points in the paint, you're up.
Yeah.
Second chance points, you're even, fast break points, you're ahead. The one thing that's kind of glaring there is 27-9 off the bench. Is there, obviously, you missing Pippen and Walker, but
Mhm.
is there anything else there?
That's a lot to be missing now,
Yeah.
right?
No
I mean,
question, no
I'm just
question.
saying that's a lot to be missing. So that's.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're looking for more from your bench. I mean,
Yeah, we got to listen. These guys got to be able to help us. I mean, yeah, and when we add 1 or 2 of them, then that gives you more depth. But, I'm sure that's a difference. But to me, the difference that I look at when I looked at the box score was 19 assists to 8 assists. That's what I looked at personally. Like I saw that as the difference. More than I don't care who's scoring the points. I care how the points are being scored, right? 19 assists, 8 assists. We had averaged, we had 20 and 14 in our first 2 games, so that averages to 17. So now you have 8. That's half of what we had averaged. Hard to win that way.
Coach, late in the second half, you guys were down 16 with 5 and change left. You cut it to 5.
Yeah.
I know you're not happy with the loss, but
Great effort. Great effort to get back and to not quit and to keep competing and to give ourselves a chance. Yeah, listen, very great effort by all those guys that were in there. Yeah, very, very good effort there, without question. Good, something hopefully we can grow from too.
Coach, kind of going off of that, you find these momentum opportunities, and today you kind of found that a little bit but couldn't really capitalize
Yeah.
to keep it going. How do you work on that? Is this something you could do in practice, or is that just building
Yeah,
experience?
I think the thing you got to work on is not getting down 16, right? That's what you got to work on, so that you're not in those situations. So you got to play to a really high level and a high standard for the whole 40 minutes, so that you're not in a position where you're trying to fight and scratch your way back, as like we did tonight. But it's good that we did that, and something we can learn from, because games are not over till they're over. But we can't get ourselves in that type of hole.
Any more questions for Coach?
No, none on either of them. We'll hopefully next week know something more on one or both of them. We'll see.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.